Greetings there, beloved. I want to ask you this question for a moment. The question is this: what kind of Christian are you? What kind of Christian are you? Yes, I'm giving you a different type of word today because I want us to really look at this question from a different lens. You know, time and time, I have listened and I've heard individuals say, why is the man of God a motivational speaker? Why is the man of God a CEO? Why is the man of God an author? Why is the man of God working these different careers, and he's supposed to be a man of God? He's supposed to be a pastor. He's supposed to be a bishop. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be an elder. He's supposed to be a deacon, and all these things, all these different questions just kind of surprised me a little bit because I just want to know, like, do we not really pay attention to the word? Do we not understand that the disciples were business people? Do we not understand that the disciples, when you look in the Bible, that the disciples, that they were people that worked in the fish market? Like, they had jobs where they would catch fish. Like, that's what they did. That's what they did. That's what they did for a living. They threw their nets. They threw the nets in the sea, and they fished. You know, why is it that the average individual, or I won't even say average, but why is it that the Christian has to be standing there like a frozen soldier? I mean, yeah, the Christian is a soldier, but why you gotta stand there and be only secluded? You know, why? How do we think that we're going to be effective Christians if we're only submitted to dogma? Because, believe it or not, that's what a lot of us have on the table when we think about it. We have a lot of dogma. We have a lot of dogma where we have a lot of dogma, and the dogma, believe it or not, is the very thing that's holding us back from the bigger blessing. So why is it an issue for a man of God to be an author? Why is it an issue for the woman of God to be a business person? Why is it that the man and woman of God can't be a motivational speaker? I mean, how do we think we're going to make impact? I mean, seriously speaking. I mean, do we think that we can just serve God only by submitting ourselves to this dogma? Because that's what it is. We have some unlearning to do. We have some unlearning. We have some renewing of the mind to do. God is not limited. God is not limited. God can use a motivational speaker to reach a person. Y'all, come on now. We've got to, in this season, especially right now in the year 2021, we cannot afford to limit God's ability on how he can reach his people. Some of this stuff that we're coming up with, it's not really kingdom. It's not kingdom. We're telling people, we don't want to support individuals that are on the road to recovery for their mental health. We got dogma that's coming, that's telling people they're going to hell, they're gonna go see a therapist. We got this dogma where we're telling people that that they shouldn't work secular jobs. They shouldn't pursue their dreams. They should only go to church, and they should only do all these things. And And this is not a message to say, just go out here and live any kind of way. But this is a message, y'all, to quite frankly, to put it together in proper perspective. We have created rhetoric, y'all, that somehow, some way, we've become spiritually dense. We've become dense. We become dense individuals. It's like nobody respects Christians because think about how a lot of the Christians behave. Think about how we behave. You know, we judge, but the Bible even tells us to use a righteous judgment. Some of us, we're writing people off that God counted people in. Oh, I just said something right there. There are so many of us that have written people off that God has counted in. Oh, we got to be careful. We got to be careful and make sure that we look at this topic from the lens of a kingdom mindset. We cannot be allowing people or putting people into bondagement, because that's what some of us are doing. We're leaving individuals in bondagement. We're leaving people trapped. We're leaving people scorned. We're leaving people bruised because we don't see things the way that God sees. And I get it. Some individuals push things to the bar or push against the grain a little bit. But guess what though? God is not limited. God would use a fool to confine the wise. God is not limited onto how or whom he sees fit to use. Y'all, we've got to open our minds up. We've got to have a renewed thinking. We've got to have a renewed thinking. We cannot continue to operate business as usual, y'all. How do you think in the book of Mark chapter 16, verse 15, he says, go ye into the world? How do you know, how is it that if you being a man and woman of God, you being a Christ follower, if you're not going out into the world, going out into the world means going into the marketplaces, going into your communities, going on the highways and the byways, y'all. That means going out there. Y'all, we've got a commission to go. But the problem is, we're not going, we're staying. Because as long as I can sit here and listen to the man and woman of God, oh, I know I'm stepping on some toes. As long as you know, I pay my tithes, I pay my offerings, I sow my little offering, sow my little seed, and you know, I do my little thing for the choir. You know, I go to the board meetings and whatnot. I'm good. No. You have a mandate to advance the kingdom too. Yes, and that doesn't mean that just because the man and woman of God have answered the call to preach and to shepherd people, that they don't have another mandate too. Because beyond the preaching, beyond the pastoring people, they have a responsibility of going to go win souls. Yes. It's not just that we seclude ourselves to the institution, but it is very important and pertinent that we understand that we can no longer just do business as usual. These are my thoughts and perspectives. This is my word for today. You need to ask yourself, what kind of Christian am I? And how am I making impact? Or am I